Well, welcome to Friends and Neighbors. I'm Sherry Tatum, your co-host for the day, along with my precious Sandra O'Dowd.
I love it when you call me your precious.
Yeah, who is worried about her hair today, so y'all don't look
I
at
feel
her
like
hair.
there's one that's crying out for independence right here, but that's all right.
It's okay. It's all right.
If that's the worst thing that can happen to me, I think
You'll be okay. Yeah, you'll be okay. And I'll tell you, we're going to do a program today that's near and dear to my heart. I love Israel. I love the Israeli people. I love all the good things that are about that and about our Lord. That is where he was.
There's a promise in the Bible about that.
And about God's chosen people.
That's right.
And we're going to see a video about the important work that's being done in Israel right now. And our guest is going to be Marnix van Eed. I have to think about that for a moment. And he's the director of international relations for Zaka. And this far is to search and rescue. And you're going to love his stories and what's going on in Israel.
Yes.
But right now, we're going to see the video that Marnix has sent to us, and we hope you enjoy it. We'll be right back.
When every second counts, when hope is fading, there is one name that stands above the rest: Zaka. A force of professionals dedicated to saving lives and honoring the dead, turning commitment into expertise, compassion into action. Behind every rescue, every mission, stands a team of highly trained specialists, equipped, prepared, and always ready. These are not just volunteers. They are professionals in the art of emergency response, operating with cutting-edge technology and an unwavering sense of duty. From land to sea, from disasters to terror attacks, Zaka's elite teams are there. Highly trained in search, extraction, and recovery, they provide critical assistance where others cannot. Zaka does more than respond to crises. It builds bridges, shares knowledge, and prepares communities. Our mission extends beyond the present. We train, we educate, we unite forces to create a safer tomorrow. Zaka is not just an organization. It is a movement of unity, professionalism, and hope. With unwavering dedication, we stand ready to assist, to rescue, to honor. The world needs us, and we will always answer the call.
Wow. Well, I want to welcome first Marnix van Eed, who is with Zaka, and the work you're doing there, but all over, kind of like the world, right?
Exactly.
So, Marnix, you're from the Netherlands.
Yes.
But you're doing work a lot in Israel and a lot of other countries. Now, tell me how a gentleman from the Netherlands gets from the Netherlands to go around the world, but a lot in Israel to help others that need help at their most horrible times in their lives.
Yeah, I about 20 years ago, I made a mistake of going on a vacation to Israel and never left.
That was it, huh? Yeah. I know what you're saying,
It was incredible, and it changed my life. But before, I went to Israel, it was as if God was really asking me, when are you going to make a real decision for me? And he did it through several occasions and ways. And in the end, I thought, okay, I have to find out what faith is meaning for myself. And I thought maybe I can find out more about God in Israel. So I decided to go to Israel. And in Israel, I had such an undeniable encounter with God that my life has never been the same anymore. And I just said, okay, here I am. Tell me what I should do. I make my talents available. And before, the Bible was always like dry text to me and boring. But now suddenly words started to speak to me, and I felt really leadership through what I was reading in the Bible. And over the days, it made very clear that I had to be in Israel, and even into the funniest ways, God made it clear. And but He didn't make clear in which way. And so I started serving in a soup kitchen in Jerusalem, and did it in the end for 5 years. And through that, I really experienced Israel from within. And also had a desire for other people to have similar experiences in Israel. And then I started to organize programs with meeting with locals, and people needed hotels and buses. And in the end, I needed all the logistics as well. Connected with a tour operator. They said, don't you want to come and join our team? I became the director of this tour operator. Did it for 13 years, until the 7th of October 2023. Saw what was all unfolding on the television, but also especially what Zaka was doing. And in Israel, it's really seen as a holy work. And,
Yes.
and I thought, why is this not known outside of Israel, or not in the Christian world, or in the non-Jewish world? And I wrote them an email and said, can I help you maybe? And I started helping them. And after a year, they said, don't you want to come and join our team? And now I'm with them.
And there you are.
Yeah.
And there you've been.
And done several missions around the world.
Yes, I was reading all the different places that you go to help others, because I read something about every person deserves dignity.
Yeah.
And so you help restore that dignity.
Exactly.
But
Right.
Sandra was talking about,
Yeah, I
Sandra,
know.
you
It's
asked
one of
the
those things that you
question.
said, all lives matter, and
Yes.
every body
Body.
deserves dignity.
Yes.
So living in the Middle East, you know,
That has
we
to
have
be.
very tricky on whose definition is of what is dignity,
Yeah.
especially if you've lost a loved one. So how does Saka handle that? I know in the video we were talking about unity,
Yeah.
and it's a movement of that,
Yeah.
which, oh, thank you, Lord Jesus,
Yeah.
for that,
Yeah.
right? But how do you all handle different cultures believing this is how my loved one should be taken care of?
We have within Zaka different units. And one of the units is, for example, a minority unit, as we call, where we have Muslims serving, and they have their own way of caring for victims.
Yes.
And we have Christians, we have Druze. So everybody can receive their own approach for taking care of victims. But the whole, principles where Zaka is based on is on the Bible.
Yes, biblical principles.
Exactly.
Yes.
And it all relates back. Zaka is based on volunteers. We have 4,000 volunteers.
Yes.
And they're
Is that in Israel?
in Israel 4,000, and around
4,000?
and around the world another 2,500.
That's wonderful.
And but these are people. They have their own jobs, and
Yeah.
they're answering the call day and night. And but it all relates back to also the first person, Adam, Adam,
Yes.
we call him. But it's not a name. What is mentioned in Hebrew is it's humankind. It's
Oh,
everybody.
Yes, yes.
So Zaka is also helping everybody. But in the name Adam is also domeh, which means in Hebrew likeness. So we are created in his likeness, in his image. And also in Adam is the word dam, which is blood. And in blood there's life. And so we need to honor this. And the same thing, there's also Adama in the word Adam, and that means earth. So we come forth from the earth, and we need to be returned to the earth or to God. And that's why, Zaka volunteers are taking care of victims with so much dignity.
Yes.
As the biggest honor you can give to a person.
But the volunteers have to see a lot of hard things.
Definitely.
Who takes care of the volunteers?
Yeah, after the 7th of
Who
October.
stands in the gap?
Yeah, no,
them?
after the 7th of October 2023, we have all kind of different units within Zaka, also K9 dogs, and we have ATVs and divers units, but we had to add one unit which we called the resilience unit. And we have psychologists who are heading this department, and we try to train our volunteers in being resilient.
Yes.
And especially after the 7th of October, where our volunteers have seen the most barbaric things.
Oh, God, I can imagine.
They needed help.
Sure.
And sadly, the government was only offering a group session once in a month and for some time, but it wasn't enough.
Enough,
And
sure.
so we thought we need to do it ourselves, and we created this unit. And now we can give our volunteers at least, once a week private session, but also retreats, so that they can recover a little bit from what they have seen, and be with fellow people that understand what they have seen.
Right.
And that's the best.
Do you live there?
Yes, already.
And your wife, your family?
Yeah, I mean, after 10 years being in Israel, I met my wife.
So you speak the language?
I can manage, yes.
Really?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
So you're not, well, I want to say a Messianic Jew, but you're married to a Messianic Jew.
I don't
Jewish
fit,
girl.
I personally, I don't fit in a specific box, but definitely believe, and it's the same thing as for my wife. And when I met her very romantically via a dating site, there's just sharing this because there's hope.
There's hope for y'all out there.
I know. And, well, in this modern world,
Yeah.
I mean, there is hope. It's very interesting. But how exciting, though. I think it's so exciting to be able to lean into the living Word of God that just popped out of the pages for you, worked in your heart, brought you to Israel, and now you're living, you're walking in that beautiful, holy place that, that's the apple of God's. I mean, it's so important. My question is that the headquarters, and then you all go to different areas? I know you had mentioned you have Turkey, you have all of these other places, wherever devastation is.
Yes.
You actually were in Texas recently with the floodings, with the flooding that happened there.
Yeah.
So are these
So do you fly out and go?
Yes.
So are those assignments done through Israel or through the groups that you have around?
We organize it from Israel, and we don't go anywhere without an official invitation / authorization.
Sure.
But sadly, that is also most cases taking the longest time. So while the help is needed, the bureaucracy is usually taking a lot of time before you can get in.
You can get there.
But the beauty of this is that we, through local contacts, and usually Christians who have then the connections with either governors or people in authority, they hand over our letter locally, and that's usually how we can move.
That's right. So you partner with churches as well?
Yeah. Also now in Venezuela, there were people on the ground, and we wrote a letter to the president of Venezuela, and there were some Christians who just delivered the letter, and the next day I received a message from the Minister of Foreign Affairs, we need you guys.
Oh.
And that's
Praise God.
Faith-based.
That is, go tell, right?
Yeah.
That's what God says, go tell.
So does the Jewish community get along very well with the Christian volunteers? How does that work? Because there's so much anti-Semitism nowadays. Is it very cohesive? Do they all work well together?
Within Zaka, we don't differ
At all.
amongst each other. If you can save a life or bring dignity, it doesn't matter. We even took care of the bodies of the Hamas terrorists
people.
with the same dignity.
Yes.
And I also asked our volunteers, how did you handle this? And they said, it's not up to me to judge a person, it's up to God. And with this kind of dignity, we work.
Well, and it's so interesting to me because that is the testimony. You're walking the walk, right?
Yes.
Because outside of this organization, you have all these hostilities that happen. But if you're
Absolutely.
walking and your testimony is to bring people together, regardless of whatever they are, it speaks volumes to the culture around you,
that's it.
I would imagine.
Well, it helps to build the bridge, I think.
Exactly, that's it.
Between the Jewish community and the Christian community.
But also through these missions to show the true heart of Israel, I believe, the true heart of the Jewish people, that they just want to help and to, the Jewish mission is always to fix the world, to tikkun olam, it's called, to do whatever you can do to be a better person.
Right.
Wherever you are, and that's the true heart of the Jewish people.
To follow the footsteps of Jesus,
Yeah.
to be the arms and the feet of Jesus to the Jewish people, because if there's any culture that's been through so much,
Well, when
it's the
you
Jewish
are
people.
in dire straits and you're
Yeah.
needing a rescuer, are you going to look at the? If
Person-
I'm a victim,
yeah.
am I going to look at at my
Say,
rescuer and say, "Wait a
"Oh,
second,
wait a
are
minute."
you?" No, it's by the grace of God that
God.
you're there.
But that's it, and that's how, you know, you can unite people,
Right.
yeah, it's opening people's eyes. Also, when we went to Turkey, it's not Israel's biggest friend, but when you can help, yeah.
Is a
receive-
lot of help still needed in Israel from
Yeah.
the war?
Yeah, at this moment
October 7th?
we're again under the biggest threat.
Yes.
The memorandum of understanding
Yeah,
has,
that's right.
has finished, according to President Trump, and yeah, so we can expect anything at this moment. So our team in Israel is also on the highest alert for anything
go.
what can happen.
Well, we're going to have to take a short break,
Sure.
Marnix. So, hey, stay with us, because we're going to learn a little bit more, and maybe you might want to help. Who knows?
right.
You might want to volunteer, and we've got information for that. I'm sure Marnix will give that. But right now, we're going to take a short break, and we'll return. Stay with us.
Welcome back to Friends and Neighbors. We're having a wonderful conversation, an in-depth conversation with Marnix about SACA, the organization in Israel that's a rescue. And, you know, we were talking about everything that you all are doing to help the community regardless. And I loved how you put and clarified the word Adam and how
Yes.
it's coming back to the earth. We have to honor the people here and honor our planet and most importantly, God. But you guys are going into such dangerous conditions like October and what happened in October 7th. And you have to be prepared and ready because you don't know when bombs are happening, bullets. Tell us about the gear that you wear. I know
Yeah.
that
Were you there, Marnix? Were you actually there?
I was in Israel, but not on the scene itself.
Not yet,
I
okay.
was trying to keep my family safe because
of
we didn't know
course.
where Hamas was
right.
coming. But our volunteers were the first ones to
There.
arrive there on the scene.
And I mean, do they wear these helmets? I mean,
So,
what
yeah.
are the,
Yeah, tell us a little bit about that helmet.
Yeah. No, our volunteers have their equipment in their cars usually ready. But on the 7th of October, it was one big war zone. But also now, recently, with the missile attacks from Iran, we have normally just these regular plastic helmets. But they don't protect us for shrapnel or bullets or whatever.
Sure.
So we had to, work hard to also get bulletproof vests and shrapnel-proof vests and helmets. And slowly we are, trying to equip our volunteers that we can keep our volunteers safe as well. But
Sure, yeah.
we're still, looking for more help that we can equip all of our 4,000
And people can
volunteers.
reach you.
Yeah.
They go to SACA. How can people connect
Yeah,
with SACA if they
we-
wanted to donate?
We have
or-
like a Friends of Zaka. If you go to friendsofzaka.org, friendsofzaka.org, you can subscribe for a newsletter and stay in contact with us.
Good.
And if you feel led, you can support us. But
Well, I was going to say that you're affiliated, I'm sure, with so many churches. Do they give to help support?
yeah, we are non-governmental and non-for-profit, as it's called. So we are dependent on the help from outside. So whoever
Yeah.
wants to, feels called, feels led to help us, so we can help also in Israel, but around the world.
Well, when someone says, I want to be a volunteer,
Yeah.
what do they have to go through to be a volunteer? Are they put through different programs?
Yeah, I mean, but the thing is that we need all the talents actually at Zaka. Not specifically medical. You will receive a medical training, but we need also people who can operate drones, or somebody who might have already a K9 dog, or even a technician or a plumber. You know, if you go into a building where just a missile hit, we need plumbers who know how to cut the water or the electricity for an electrician.
Sure.
So we need all talents,
And so they're kind of screened then for what their particular job that they could do there. Especially like the kibbutzes. I mean, wasn't that hit fairly hard?
Yes, no, that was horrific. I mean, amongst the volunteers, we say even animals don't do this to each other. What they seen, it was, barbaric.
Barbaric. But I wanted to ask, is this the vest?
This is one of the vests when we go out, but just to be, identified with authorities. But we have also, it depends on which situation. Sometimes we have an overall, but if a missile just hit, we have to wear this shrapnel or bulletproof vest and this helmet. And
isn't that something that you have to be covered like that because you're in such a place that it could be bombed at any moment? The whole thing could happen all over again. But I wanted to ask you a question about how does your wife feel about your safety?
It's a good question, but no, she's fully.
Does she work with you on?
She helps me. She's my biggest helper.
Is she?
Yeah, no, she helps me with everything, and.
But she doesn't. Does she go out with you in the different areas?
Not on the locations, but she helps me with also when I go out for presentations, or she helps me with administration, but a lot of things. But within Zaka, there we have men, women, and entire families involved.
Well, let me ask you this: do you ever see anybody have a real spiritual connection when they're there and they see these things? Does anyone, I don't know if this is the right question, give their heart to the Lord, that they believe in Jesus Christ of Nazareth? Do they see Jesus in all of this?
There are all kind of different stories, but we are mainly focused on saving lives,
on saving the lives,
and living it out and being a testimony, and that's and also my personal calling is to build bridges, and
So how do you let people know? How do you facilitate to the world that you need help, that you need finances, that you need volunteers? Through emails, through what? And social media?
And word of mouth. I mean, you were mentioning about the letter to the president. I think that's incredible of Venezuela.
But that's, it's all about connections and spreading the word and being on such a show as this, so people hear about it, and so we can spread the word. And,
do you feel like, Marnix, that this will be your life's work?
It's a calling and a privilege. If you are even a small part of the puzzle to either save a life, but also to help find a victim. Also, if somebody can find his loved one back, and they can finally start the process of mourning.
Mourning first,
Mm-hmm.
Then that is such a
It provides closure.
Exactly.
Closure.
Yes.
Yeah, I was just going to say that's
closure, and the fact that they can treat their loved ones with dignity, because every life
deserves dignity.
Yeah.
I want to thank you, and I just honor you for what the work you do, and Zaka. And we all need help, and thank you for giving it.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here.
Being here with us, and gosh, I hope you've learned something today.
And I
if you
pray
can
that God
volunteer
will,
and give, please
yes,
do.
absolutely,
Yeah,
volunteer.
please do.
Sometimes
Yes.
God provides these kinds of opportunities,
And
He
these shows.
plants the seed
Need.
for you to be able to share your talent as
Yeah.
well. But we are going to take a quick commercial break,
Yeah.
and we'll be
We'll
right back.
right back. Thank you again, Mark, for being with
for
us.
having me.
Yes. Welcome back. And you know, Sandra, a lot of shows we have are good shows, but there are shows that touch my heart.
Very meaningful.
This show touched my heart.
It's very meaningful and
Yes.
purposeful, and you know,
and needed.
absolutely. We
Needed.
are hopeful that you will reach out and search out Saka
Yeah.
and do what you can do to help them.
Those that bless Israel, He'll bless those, and those that curse Israel, He said, I'll curse them. Be a blessing to Israel if you possibly can.
Amen.
And be back with us next time here on Friends and Neighbors. For now, bye.